This bar graph presents information about monthly news reports by CNN and BBC. From the x-axis, you could see months starting from January to December, and on the y-axis, you could see CNN news reports in quantity from 0 to 17. It is divided into two sections from CNN and BBC. The highest percentage belongs in the month of October, followed by June and December. The lowest percentage belongs in January. Overall, this shows monthly news reports by CNN and BBC.
The bar graph illustrates the information about monthly news report by CCN and BBC. So this line graph is divided into two different reports, CCN and BCC News. So it can be noted that the x-axis represents January, February, March, April to December, and y-axis represents CCN receipts quantity on the left from 0 to 170, and on the right hand side BBC News its reports to the quantity from 90 to 140%. So it can be noted that the maximum contribution is done by BBC News in the month of October and minimum in the month of January. And another highlighting feature is that CCN.
This chart is giving information about monthly news report by CNN and BBC. The highest numbers goes to the October and it is above 150. Conversely, the smallest numbers goes to the November and it is less than 75. Furthermore, this picture is giving more information about monthly news rate and it is fluctuating. Overall, this picture gives more information and it is more informative.
The given bar graph gives the information about monthly news reported by CNN and BBC. It can be seen that there are different elements in the given bar graph like January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Furthermore, there are different variation trends and number in the given image such as 0, 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, 150. Moreover, the maximum area is covered by May, which is more than 175, and the minimum area is covered by November, which is less than 125 and more than 100. It can be concluded that the bar graph was very informative. It gives us knowledge about monthly news reported by CNN and BBC.
In this pie chart, it gives information about monthly news report by CNN and BBC. For BBC, it is in January it's minus 9%, and for March it is 110%. For June it is highest, which is 140%, and in September it decreased and get minus 90%, and it increased again in October, which is 1140% and above. For December, it is almost 140% too for BBC News. So in this monthly report of BBC News, that is the chart.
The bar chart gives information about monthly news reports by CNN and BBC. From the picture, we can see the value of CNN in July is 130. In the June, the number of CNN is higher, around 150. The highest amount of the BBC is in October, which is approximately 152, and the lowest one of the BBC is one of the January, which is 5. In the general, the value of BBC fluctuates by a wider margin than that of the CNN. To sum up, the graph tells about the monthly news reports.
The given picture provides information about BBC and CNN. From the picture, it is clear that monthly news report by CNN and BBC is the subtopics of the picture. In the picture, the red represents CNN news reports, while the blue represents BBC news reports. In the x-axis, there is months such as January to December, while on the left side of the y-axis, there is CNN news report quantity, while on the right side, there is BBC news reports quantity. It is clear that on the December, the CNN news report was maximum, which is above 17, while on the year June, the BBC news reports was maximum. In conclusion, the picture is about BBC and CNN.
The given image is a graph image. It gives us information about monthly news report by CNN and BBC. The x-axis consists of month from June to December, while y-axis consists of CNN news reports quantity from 0 to 175. Furthermore, the x-axis consists of May, which is highest from 175 and lowest in Jan, that is 155. It furthermore signifies the BBC News report, which is from August to January, from September to October, etc. Thank you.
The image shows monthly news reports by CNN and BBC. The x-axis represents different months which include January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. The red lines are also present in the picture. The blue lines are also present in the picture. In the left side of the picture, there are also some countings which include 0, 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, 150. CNN news reports is present in the left of the picture, whereas BBC news reports are present in the right side of the picture. There are also countings in the right side of the picture.
This is a bar graph. The title of the image is Monthly News Reports by CNN and BBC. The x-axis is showing months from January to December. On y-axis, CNN news reports are given ranging from 0 to 170. The highest element is in May around 170 and the lowest element is in November around 125. And as it is represented by a red color and a blue color line. Additionally, some details about January, February, March, April are also given. Overall, the picture gives information about monthly news reports by CNN and BBC.
The image gives clear information about the main topic of news month and reports by CNN and BBC. It shows many information in this image: Jan, Feb, March, April, and many months in there. And highest value of this image is the BBC and lowest value of the CNN. Highest value is the 150 and lowest value of the 25 in September month. Overall, the image gives clear information about to the news reports.
This image is mainly about monthly news reporter by CNN and BBC. Firstly, it also shows January, February, March, and April. Secondly, it gives information about 150, 125, 175. In addition, it includes BBC news reporters' quantity. Moreover, it tells us about CNN news reporter and BBC news reporters. Lastly, the image highlight different types of colors with their highest and lowest values. Overall, the image clearly represents monthly news reporter by CNN and BBC. I think that's all. Thank you.
The following picture presents a lot of important information about monthly news reports by CNN and BBC. First of all, in this picture, it can show January, February, March, April, May, June. Secondly, September and October were also discussed in the following image. Another telling aspect of this picture is 25, 50, 75. Some other noticeable feature in this picture, BBC News reports, October. That's all I can describe from the
This chart gives information about monthly news reports by CNN and BBC. From the picture, we can see the value of CNN in July is 130. In June, the number of CNN is higher, around 158. The highest amount of BBC is in October, which is 152. And the lowest one is in BBC is in January, which is 5. In general, the value of BBC fluctuates by a wider margin than that of CNN. To sum up, the graph tell about monthly reports.
The provided image shows the information about monthly news reports by CNN and BBC. CNN in the color of pink and BBC in the color of blue. Having a quick glance, it is crystal clear that the highest data is for CNN in the month of December, which is 175, and the lowest in the month of November, which is less than 125. And for BBC, the highest data in the month of October, which is 175, and the lowest in the month of January, which is less than 25. The y-axis represents months, which is January to December, and the x-axis represents CNN news 0 to 175, and then the BBC 90 to 140.